With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Anthony Hitchens. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Go. Ready. Green 90. Hut.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Mahomes to throw once more. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 14 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Come on, let's go.
On third down, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. D. Ford in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
So. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. So.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
So. Here we go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. toss it to Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
This is caught. Watkins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, that's Hunt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Coleman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. One play at a time, guys. Let's go. Let's get it. 380. 14.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go. Green 39.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here we go. Green 39.
first down is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Robert Quinn in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And it's complete to Kelsey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Mahomes now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. A toss play to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now.
And again, it's Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And his throw is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
95, 95.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's Hunt, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
So. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Mahomes now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Here we go. Green 90.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
He's going to get it running right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Slow.
Mahomes now to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the kick by Butker is good. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, Wilson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Jarvis Jenkins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught, block it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They go play action with Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Charkandrick West, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Three down. 380.
Now Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Move the team. Check 4. Run it. Right, check. 59.
They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd.
4 down. Here we go. Green 39.
On the run, this is Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, here we go now. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Ready, blue 45.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's off the mark, incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot. And it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready, blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw once more. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They run with Hunt. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Slow. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Tight end right. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over, A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To throw again is Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
We got your right. Week14 M19.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? If we shut you down, they're over on the bench right now feeling great.
They find some open field here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. It fights him off. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
Mahomes now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the interception, here's Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jarvis Jenkins in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jarvis Jenkins in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. This is West. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Chiefs, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Seattle, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll